With how popular visual novels seem to be in the West this generation, I find it exciting when publishers publish games that might be overlooked when the genre wasn't so popular in English-speaking territories. That was my general reaction when I heard that Baldur's Sky was getting a Western release. After playing, Sakai Project has seemingly published what I believe is a standout visual novel experience that fans of action games and visual novels should play. Baldur's Sky introduces the main protagonist, Ku Karakura. Before the opening of the story, Ku had suffered an impact that left him in an amnesiac state. The only person around him to shed light on the situation was a woman named Rain, who informed him that he was currently fighting and needed to focus. When Ku takes a moment to assess the situation, he discovers that he is in a mech surrounded by enemies. Through a stroke of luck, the two soldiers escape. The world of Baldur's Sky takes some time to truly understand. The citizens of the world are divided into a few different entities across reality and a virtual AI world. However, some humans are able to connect to the virtual world or simply use an implanted computer chip to look up information and chat with others. This also introduces issues of discrimination in this world, which is something that the group of protagonists faces a lot throughout this adventure. These themes aren't shoehorned in either, as Baldur's Sky takes its time to explore them both politically and socially. The story then focuses on Ku as he connects to his past and attempts to find his memories. This is delivered as the story jumps between timelines seamlessly as he figures out more about what happened to this world and why he is even fighting. The bigger focus of the story is uncovering the truth about an event known as Grey Christmas, which left thousands of citizens dead and a city in rubble. Let me be clear, Baldur's Sky is a long visual novel, as it includes both Baldur's Sky Dive 1 Lost Memory and Baldur's Sky Dive 2 Recordair. Thankfully, the two stories flow naturally with each other, and they work well as a cohesive tale. Although the road to the conclusion is a long one, the events that happen along the way are as gripping as they are exciting. Every moment of the story is like a little puzzle piece, and the further you go down the rabbit hole, the more that is discovered. There are multiple routes to take throughout the story, and players will naturally have to go through each of them to get the big picture. While some routes can feel a little weak, the strength that the others provide make up for it in so many ways. What makes this collection so great is how Baldur's Sky Dive 2 completely wraps up every plot point and leaves nothing on the table, which I greatly appreciated. Gameplay in Baldur's Sky doesn't end at the story though. During gameplay, players get to control a mech through plenty of battles. The mechs can be customized using various chips and upgrade points. In battles, players earn points based on their combos. Furthermore, the attacks that they use gain experience at the end of a fight and then can be leveled up. Each attack can be purchased using points, and there are even in-depth features that allow the player to completely fine-tune the HUD. The actual gameplay here does take a little bit of practice, as chaining together combos and figuring out how to get the most out of the systems comes with time. There's a tutorial, but it's mostly just a text box explanation of features with tiny text that isn't much entertaining to read. However, over time, things begin to make sense. Within the first 15 minutes of gameplay, you can easily see the high budget of quality in this visual novel. Character illustrations are gorgeous and show characters in various outfits and positions. Ku is also voiced, which works well for the quality and helped out with the immersion. One of the standout features of Baldur's Sky are the background illustrations. Given that the characters jump from reality to a virtual setting so quickly here, it was important to nail this aspect for the developers as it kept things less confusing. Also, let me just add that the soundtrack is brilliant. Baldur's Sky is a game that all fans of visual novels and mech fans need to play. It's one of those edge-of-your-seat stories fueled by a demand to know the truth, and it's so satisfying when everything unravels. Every relationship in this game is important to the plot, and I truly felt like this was one of the best localizations that I've read in a visual novel. I'm glad to have been able to experience this story, as if it hadn't released in the West, I probably would have never been able to. There's a nice balance of gameplay and visual novel storytelling here, and each work hand in hand to the game's plot. plot. Each character plays a role in the story and each holds a clue to the truth. Be warned that after beginning this visual novel, it's almost impossible to put it down. This is a game that could easily take over 100 hours to get through, but trust me when I say that it's well worth it. And if you're wondering, Chinatsu is best girl. Noisy Pixel is giving Baldur's Sky a 9.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.